In an ancient time, when a terrible evil threatens the land, only one man can save the world.
Say what? Get out of here.
What? What's the meaning of this?
Oh, we'll just take off that broken record.
I say.
Here, hold my earrings while I take this monster down. I've got your back, darling. We just might burn down this town. Oh no, oh yeah. When you're up against a challenge and you need a helping hand, we've got an arsenal of fireballs, steel stilettos, and a cat. Oh yeah.
Hi, my name's Al, and I'm your DM. Welcome to Here, Hold My Earrings. And today we have Yvonne, Henrietta, Rebecca, and Maddie. Yvonne?
Hi, I'm Yvonne, and I'm from Canada, and I play Cracker, who's a half-orc barbarian.
Awesome. Who did I say was next? Henrietta?
Hi, I'm Henriette. I'm from Norway, and I play a Kalashtar druid named Dalil.
Awesome. Rebecca?
Hi, I'm Rebecca. I'm from Germany and I play Orla, a human cleric.
Great. And finally, Maddie.
I'm Maddie, and I play Satina.
Terrific. So Henrietta, would you like to lead us in the recap, please?
Yeah, sure, I can try. We well, we started in the room with the braziers over the crystal flooring, and we started to search the place a little bit, and we found some stuff, and we found a skeleton with a scroll on it. We tried to light the braziers, but nothing happened. We didn't have enough kind of fuel for it. So we started. We took up the scroll, and I think it was Laura, the bailiff, that started reading it because we tried, but we didn't understand the language, and she suddenly found out that she had to comprehend languages. So I think that she found that out a lot faster than many other things that we kind of forgot before. But she started to read it, and when she read it, suddenly a ghost woman appeared. And looking at her, me and Satina, I guess, kind of recognized that she was a banshee, and we tried not to start a fight with her and tried to figure out what she wanted. And she kept pointing at the person that had the magic rock that I don't remember what it's called, Fayer's Rest or something, that either enhanced or disturbed our magic. So we assumed that she wanted us to use the rock to fuel the braziers, and we kind of searched the room, but we found one more, I think, from the one we had. Or did we? I don't think we found one more. So in the room we didn't find anything, so we had to go out and kind of look around, search for more. And she pointed us in the direction that we should go. So we kind of found another lock gate, and I think we lockpicked it instead of melted it. Instead of using a lot of spells and a lot of effort, we just lockpicked it, and it opened. And I don't remember if was it Cracker that threw a rock into the mist. Well, someone threw
I think Orla did.
Well, maybe it was. That threw a little pebble into the mist, and suddenly we were attacked by a ugly monster.
He might be quite handsome in his amongst his kind.
Might. Didn't appeal to me, to be honest. Uh,
The tall, dark, and murderous.
yeah, with a horn. Not what I'm looking for.
Well, if you'd been locked up for many, many hundreds of years, you might be a bit horny too.
Yeah. And we took a while to get him down. He didn't cause a lot of damage, but he had some nasty spells that made me and Cracker do half damage, and Violet also used a net that was very clever to kind of keep him out of most of our reach. So, and when he died, he had a rock inside him, and
Two, actually. He had
Two.
one inside him and one around his neck.
yeah. So now we got 3, and we need 1 more. And I know that
Mm.
I guess on the scroll there was some lore, but I didn't write that down, so somebody else have to.
Wah,
Dude.
wah.
Wah, wah, wah. Sorry about that. I know that it was kind of the journal for the ghost girl, I think, for Banshee, as I understood it, but I didn't write down what it said. So
She
someone,
looks very, very sad at you.
yeah. Yeah, well, I have something, but it's nothing that I can understand what it means. To be honest, something about that she was following some followers of Lolth that desecrated a temple. That's what I have. And the scroll was a scroll of animate dead. That I wrote down.
Mm-hmm.
Loot, so that I wrote down. So
She wanted and Kira Sally, someone who was important to the writer, out of vengeance to the followers of Loth who defiled their temple.
very
I
good.
have written back to the scroll.
See, someone takes notes. Just me.
It was my only notes of the session, except weapons are fine quality and they're on skeletons.
Yeah.
Nice.
God.
I love the
It's a lot
fact
of
that you.
combat, okay?
Yeah, it was.
It was a lot of combat. I love the fact that you sacrificed 2 of your last brain cells to remember all this in the state that you're in. So we appreciate your sacrifice.
Thank you.
Would anyone
also-
else like?
I also wrote down that on the scroll, which was an archaic Elven, it was kind of a battle commentary from the year 1250, and the current year is 1493.
Very good.
Ooh.
If we work together, we can do no wrong.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to say you do no wrong is probably.
Eh.
What's
Just
wrong?
saying.
What does
Yeah.
wrong mean?
We
You'd
got
cer-
there.
Yeah.
As a
You'd be
team.
very efficient. Yeah. No, definitely. You would definitely be very efficient for sure. I think Laura's not playing because she realized, she's no longer the only German, and she's having a pouty moment.
Yeah. And she didn't get blessed. So
That's
she's
definitely
really
it.
proud.
Oh yes.
Kind of a protest
Well,
for not getting blessed.
I'll just take my character sheet and go.
Yep.
All right. So, yes, and also Poops and Pool has told you that he recognizes the armor and weapons as the style of the kinds of armor and what he calls sharp swords or daggers that are often used by those who enslave his people. there was some triangulation on the possibility that these might be drow skeletons, but since ears are not hard bone but cartilage, and these are all desiccated skeletons with no real flesh on them, it's a bit hard to tell. But some of you have some familiarity with Elven culture and Elven design, and they do seem, for the most part, to be drow, but there were other skeleton types as well, including surface races and even giants. What they were doing down here, who knows? I think you guys were speculating on what race of giants, possibly tied to some of the stone giants that might be related to the famous library of Graven Hollow that your friend and erstwhile pusher of fake or real magical items, Tonker, the Tinker, had suggested that you might want to visit to learn more about the world and hopefully write down notes.
Yep. Hopefully.
hope. As your DM sheds a silent tear. Is there anything else you guys want to do? You've got this thing now. It's basically melted. You killed it, but it's basically melted, right? It kind of dissipated. You actually saw, those of you, especially in the front line, those of you in the back were basically looking at a giant kitty's rear end. But those of you in the front could see what appeared to be this sort of mist-like image fleeing from the body that collapsed and then began to melt and has basically turned into a small puddle of goo, which is how you managed to find not only the necklace of Thayer's that you had spotted earlier, but also discovered the one that came out the opposite end.
Mm-hmm. I want to try and go into the room and kind of see past the illusion mist.
Sure. Yeah. Are you still wild shaped as a
Yes.
saber-toothed tiger?
Yes. I am.
Okay.
So I'm
All right.
also going to use my smell to see if there's anything other alive in there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I'm going to kind of just step over the... Ooh, I'm going to bring me to step over the dust from the creature
Mm-hmm.
and just try
Sounds good.
to... Was it a intelligence or wisdom?
Yes, it's intelligence. Well, perception itself would be wisdom based. You're right, but in order to discern an illusion, that's typically intelligence.
Yeah.
In your case, if you want to use perception, I'll allow it because A, you kind of know what you're looking for, and B, it makes sense the way you're describing it.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to use my perception.
All right.
19.
Yes. So much like the other one, this one now disappears, and you see in front of you this little well.
Mhm.
Although whether or not it's a well with actual water in it, I mean, you wouldn't know until you did a
But-
bit more work trying to figure that out.
Is it liquid? Or is you can't see the surface?
Yeah. So sorry. So just to be clear, when I say well, it's clearly a hole, and it's got like it looks like a well in the sense that it has some stones piled up around the hole in what would appear to be sort of a 3-foot tall wall,
Okay.
a circular stone wall around it. Whether or not it has a well, it's a well of water, or it's a, you haven't even looked, you're not even
No.
close enough to look into it, much less actually explore it further.
So I am going to carefully approach the well. And I am going to smell around to see if and look around, but mostly use my smell to see if there are any distinct smells in this room.
Okay.
So tonight.
Yes.
Advantage, 20.
Wow. Yes. Well, even without having to put too much effort into it, there is a distinct stench that emanates from this orifice in the earth. It smells like the carcass of a rotting goat that has been left out in the hot, blazing sun, where the stomach has bloated from all of the gases from the decomposing material, both the goat's own material as well as any leftover rudiments that it's been eating have been expelling. It is so sharp that for your extremely sensitive nose, you actually have to reel back and take a few steps back because it's overpowering for you. And you also hear, with your reasonably sharp feline ears, the sounds of what appear to be many, many buzzing insects. Not so much bees, they sound more like flies.
I'm gonna create a mental link to Cracker and just say that I think you can handle this smell. Could you come up to me, please?
What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah.
You're hardy. You have great constitution.
All right.
And,
What do you want me to do?
and poor hygiene.
I'm not gonna say that, but it's implied.
Don't smell like a rotting goat. Bo, fresh, womanly bo.
Is Cracker like a bit like a dog? She finds something that's a bit smelly, she rolls around in it? Or?
No. I
Oh.
don't want to sully my natural perfume.
Oh,
Right.
no, I just spit out my coffee. Gross. Yeah. Now I can actually taste it. I mean, I know there's nothing to taste, but I swear
Yeah,
I don't taste the coffee anymore. I can actually taste your body odor.
Armpit. You can taste armpit.
Chris Bardio.
Oh, gross. Oh,
Nice.
yes.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm-mm. Lovely.
So I look around,
Mhm.
but I don't know what I'm looking for, really.
I'm just gonna say, look in
Yes.
the hole.
Are you gonna look in-
Okay, so I lean over and I lose my head, and I look in the hole.
You just lean way over.
Not way over.
I'm
just
gonna
just
stand
like a
behind
little
her
over.
and be ready to grab some of her clothes in case she falls or get dragged or something.
Grab my belt.
Yeah.
It's really secure.
What
It's really
can
the
you
only thing that
say?
is.
Yes. Well, as you lean over, you hear something rustling. It sounds slow and loud, and it's kind of a thump, thump, thump. And suddenly this jumps up out of the well and lands right on the edge.
Here's the goat.
It is goat.
Is it the size
Dad!
of a
No,
goat?
just kidding.
And it immediately tries to bite Cracker.
Oh, come on. That's not very friendly.
Says the lady with the BO problem.
It's not a problem.
Well, exactly. It's all a matter of perspective. We accept that. Yeah. Who wants to roll for our smelly goat friend here?
We all rolling initiative?
If you want to be in initiative, the rest of you can see what's going on. I'll move this out of the way since he's essentially not there anymore.
I rolled for the goat. If you want that number.
Oh.
4. Since no one else did.
Thank
And I
you.
rolled the 6.
I don't. Nice. It's again, it's all relative. Okay. Orla, being the most, being a cleric with high wisdom, and also quite low in relative power, is standing way in the back. And
Okay.
she has, but she sensed something was wrong, even though she was nowhere near the events. So she gets to go first.
Okay. First of all, I think I'd move closer. So I can move till here.
Okay.
And I mean, the goat. I could see the goat attack. So I think I'd try to like defend or like at least try to hurt it. So I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on the goat.
Okay.
Do you want-
Yeah, go ahead, roll your save. Or his save, rather. It's save.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, you all hear the loud, sounds of pealing bells that accompany the spell, which you're incredibly familiar with, not just because of Orla, but because of Cora as well. But you watch in a bit of disappointment as this smelly goat doesn't seem to react to it. Actually, we should change his name to Smelly Goat. like this old Friends song, Smelly Cat.
Yeah. That was the first thing I thought about. Smelly
That's the song that
cat.
was playing in my head.
Smelly cat. It's not your
Not
fault.
your
What have they been feeding you? Yeah.
Could also apply to Cracker, actually.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, I ate some anuses.
You are what you ate.
Yep.
All right, Satina, do you feel up for it?
I think I'm gonna shoot a firebolt at him.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it easy, keep it breezy. Is a
Wow.
Why do I have my bless on? Is that still active?
Yeah,
I'd
think so.
well, how long does it last again? Was it
I
a minute?
think a minute, yeah.
I'd say it's probably off by now because you guys were being careful. You were taking a look around. You weren't in combat, which
Yeah.
So,
I'll
yeah,
turn
but
it
the
up.
the 22 definitely hits him. That's a nice bit of damage there.
Yeah.
Woohoo. It sizzles a bit of his fur, and it's obvious
It's a
that
fizzle sizzle.
it's a fizzle sizzle. You can change your spell name to Fizzle Sizzle. And then maybe when you hit, do you say something cool like "fashizzle" or Shout out to you, Snoop Dogg. All right. It takes some damage. It doesn't look too badly. It didn't look like it hit and did too much damage, but it definitely, he's got a bit of a smoking patch on his hide. Anything else for Satina?
That would be it.
Okay. Craqueur.
So I didn't explain it, but I did assume I would have picked up my great axe because it would have stopped smoking when that other guy was host, right? But I don't know if I. I know, right? Because where did I drop it? I think I dropped it back here,
Yeah. I mean,
almost back where Satina is.
I'll allow it this time, but generally speaking, please.
Go run and get your gear. I know.
Well, don't make me make a judgment call on what you would or wouldn't have done. It's very easy. You just say you do it.
Well, I did it.
Yeah,
Damn it.
just like you
I
put
did it,
everything on your character sheet.
Yeah, I did.
Throw the axe to her.
I did.
Goes my 8 strength.
That's hilarious. Okay, so I recklessly attack this goat because that's horrible. Why are you attacking me? And where the hell did you come from? And so I recklessly attack with rage.
And I'm
With
supposed to
my
be the smelly
lovely
one.
That's my title. Oh, I didn't put advantage. Ah. Do I just roll again?
We'll take the damage from this one if you hit.
Yep.
And notice I didn't say whether or not you did hit because you don't know if you hit until we've
I know, I don't
we've done
know.
it all. Yeah. Okay. So, but this attack does hit. You do your whole, why are Christmas songs on the radio this early in the season? And you hit it with your magical great axe, which you obviously picked up, like for duh.
Obviously.
And and you cut a big slice across his chest. Well done. Anything else for Cracker?
No, I'm just staying there, staring him down with my armpits
Okay.
up.
So you haven't taken a short rest or a long rest. Can you just post your rage class feature again, just so we can reread it? How many of these do you have left?
I have 1 left. This is my last one.
Right. You have none. You have no more rages after this one.
Right.
This would be a second rage today.
No, it says I've got 3. So this is my second. No, this is my 3rd today.
Why?
No, it's my second. No, you're right. It's my second.
Yeah, for your barbarian level,
I have
what's your
3
barbarian?
showing.
You have 3 for level
Yeah.
5.
Level 5, yeah. Or level 4.
Okay.
Double check.
So why does it say 2 times per long rest in the class description in your thing?
Oh, that one? Oh,
This is what I
I
mean.
don't know. I know, but it's on my chart and I didn't do it.
But I'm not looking at your chart. I'm looking at your character sheet.
Character sheet.
Yes, you're right. It is 3. Therefore, this needs to be amended. Right?
Oh, because I'm looking right at
Please.
the
No, but
you
it
know, on the
says right
character
here.
sheet on the core where it says total 3, and then I tick up on the little
Yeah.
box that was created in the barbarian page. That's where I've been keeping track.
But that's not, I don't want to have to think about that. Please just
No.
change this because it says rage ADV on STR +2 DMG strength melee.
Oh, there. Okay.
Right, which is still accurate, but your 2 times per long rest is no longer correct.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Anything else? Nope. Okay.
Nope.
All right, Dallin.
Yes. From the spell from the dead guy that we just killed, we had half damage. Is that gone?
Yes.
I'm kind. No, I'm not gonna bite him. No way with that smell. So I'm going to use my claw. That, let's see, 15 plus 6. That's a 21 to hit.
Okay. Yeah. That
And
breaks him.
2d6 plus 5. So that's 14.
Wow.
I just over his face or something.
Nice.
Nice.
And I'm going to.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
he's bleeding profusely and he's gushing all kinds of green goo.
And I'm going to use my movement to go through Cracker's space. That's half movement, right? So 10 feet.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm going to go down here so that I don't give any cover to the others. I know that have a big ass
Mhm.
when I'm in tiger form. So just gonna move my ass a bit.
I mean, none of us were going to say anything.
But I saw the
Those
looks
yoga
from the
pants?
last fight, so I took the hint. I'm gonna move my ass.
Those yoga pants look great on you. What are you talking about?
That's
Okay, cool. By the way, speaking of yoga pants, does anybody use or does anybody buy completely separate issue? Does anybody buy Lululemon?
Mm-mm.
No.
Nope.
Okay.
Never heard of it.
I'm not suggesting you do. I'm just wondering if okay. Smelly goat, smelly goat. What will you do? He whips around this nasty barbed tail. But in the meantime, all of you now, please, would you roll a Constitution saving throw? Except for Orla, who, actually, Satina's not that close either. So just the two of you. Could you roll a Constitution saving throw? And I'm going to rule that Dalin has a disadvantage on the save.
Yeah, but I got a 9, so I guess I don't pass either way.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you might pass out.
But you might pass out.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dalin will take 4 points of necrotic damage
Ooh.
as this thing literally is rotting your nose, and a Cracker will take 2. And it is also going to attack. Ooh, this is a hard one because you both did a pretty good amount of damage. Yeah, he will attack Cracker with advantage, right? Because she was reckless attacking.
Yep.
Rebecca, would you like to roll 2 d20s, please? Wow, 24 definitely hits. No, just kidding. But the 15 with the bonuses, I'm
15
pretty sure
does.
is going to hit. Yeah.
Yep.
And you get stung with his tail. You take 8 points of piercing damage. And would you also give me another Constitution saving throw?
And does that get halved by my rage?
Yes, it does.
Okay. 15 for my con save.
Uh-huh. Yep. You feel nauseous. You start feeling like you need to puke, but you manage to sort of gird yourself. You tighten up your core muscles. All those sit-ups have paid off, and you manage to hold it down. This creature is going to stand pat since he's kind of getting a bit surrounded. Orla.
This thing is looking pretty hurt, right?
Yeah, it's looking pretty hurt.
Okay. I'm not going to waste one of my previous spell slot, my precious spell slots. So I'm going to cast Toll Dead again. But I mean, since he's injured now.
Perfect.
Well,
One. Ooh. No, well, yeah.
if it
Every little-
even
Hey!
No way.
Woo!
It starts to shake its head, like almost as if it looks like it's got some water in its ear. Contributing where she can. Would Orla like to do anything else?
I no, because I don't have any bonus actions, and I'm not getting any closer because I can hit it pretty well from here.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, you can almost all you can see the retching that the rest of the party members had to go through momentarily, and you can practically see a green cloud of disgusting fumes hanging over this area.
They can handle that.
Right. Faux fizzle.
Fizzle. I'm about to do that fizzle sizzle.
We're going to get in trouble.
Oh.
We're going to get in trouble for this at some point. Wow, 19. Yeah.
Yeah.
Zing.
Very good.
Again, another sort of bald patch appears, smoking, but you feel like you're not quite getting through, but it is definitely doing some damage.
Just trying to help where I can.
Fair enough.
Very low on spell slots, so it's doing what it can.
Yep.
This wizard.
Cracker.
Well, this is just gross. So I'm going to reckless attack him again, and I'm still
Uh-huh.
raging.
Okay.
And I swing my great axe down across his head, poorly, and I miss. I shave his hair.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's going to miss. Anything else for Cracker?
No.
Fair enough. And Dallin.
Yes. Well, just have to try and kill him. So another claw attack. 11 plus 6, that's 17. Okay.
Yeah, that will strike. Yep.
And let's see. Oh, 10 plus 5, 15.
Nice.
Another.
Wow.
Over.
And how do you want to kill it?
I want. Oh, does it look like it had any kind of armor or something?
Let's
It is-
take a look.
Okay, then I'm just gonna swipe it down the hole. Don't want to have it near me.
This is Sparta.
And I'm gonna go over in the corner and barf. Maybe get some hairballs up as well. Like the cats. Oh, oh. And suddenly a hairball comes.
Oh,
Oh my god! The first time I saw my
Buddy.
friend's cat have a hairball attack, I was like, "Is
Yeah.
it dying?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "No, it'll be fine." And then it like coughed up this disgusting, slimy. I mean, it didn't even look like a hairball. It was just gross. It looked like it, sort of been. It disgorged an alien, and I was like, "Oh, are you okay?" Obviously, talking to the cat, knowing the cat doesn't understand me. Cat comes back out, and cat looks up to me, comes over, and wants to try to like rub up against my leg. And I was like, "Get the hell away from me,
Yeah.
disgusting!"
he just went through all of that and then wanted to give you love, and you
I think
emotionally
I-
smacked him in the face.
I think he wanted to come over and wipe his nasty saliva-covered face on my leg. Is what he wanted to do.
It's also possible. Cats are an interesting species.
All right. Well done.
Yeah.
Guys, you ready for this next gate? Shall we take a break?
I
Take a little breather.
like a short rest or break in real life.
I don't know, like a short rest.
Okay.
Yeah, we could use a rest.
Yeah. Just gonna look over the. Well, again, just to see that nothing else is down there. Doesn't anything else that comes up to attack us.
You, as you look down, you can see what was this body sort of slowly melt and disintegrate, just very similarly to the other one. Now, does your saber-toothed tiger have dark vision?
No, Cracker. I can't see anything. Can you look down there for me?
Yeah, okay,
Really
I'll
dark
look down there.
well.
There's gonna be another goat, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Just keep throwing them.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time you look down,
Yeah.
there's another goat. The well of endless, disgusting goats. You don't see. It looks like It does look like a dry well. There are bones and what appear to be broken bits of armor and equipment and other things scattered around the bottom of it.
Huh.
There's some stuff down there. I don't know if you want to. I don't know if anyone can go down there and look, or send their familiar to go down there and look.
Let's shove Byleth down there. She's not
Yeah.
here today.
Down you go.
Well, I
Here's
have
a
a
rope.
rope.
Oh, you could tie Byleth down by by a rope and then dangle her like bait.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
That's for your bless.
So I have a question. How long has it been since we looked around the other chamber?
Oh, for detect magic.
Mm,
Is that concentration? It's not, right?
no.
Can you? Yeah. Can you just post it anyway?
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, you guys were jimmying with the lock a long time. You've had a couple of combats. I mean, the combats didn't last very
Oh
long.
wait, actually,
but,
sorry. It is concentration. Sorry.
Okay. And did you cast another concentration spell since then?
Oh yes, I did cast bless before. So
Yes.
okay,
yes.
so I don't have it.
Right.
Hmm.
So I'd need another 10 minutes to see if there's anything good down there.
Or you could just, like, just kick somebody else who's standing on the edge of it.
Hey,
I mean,
come on now. I missed one
Sorry.
thing on my seat.
Sorry,
lower
I
one of us
slipped.
down there. Like grab like an armful, like one of those claw games, and then just like
Yeah.
pull back up.
Claw game. That would be awesome. Well, somebody in the group currently has a lot of claws.
Yeah.
I think she's too big for the well.
Am I?
Yeah,
Yeah, probably.
might be a bit big.
I think you're the size of the well.
Yeah. She can
What about-
squeeze.
What about poops and pools? Maybe he'd help us.
Does fish smell?
Seems slippery.
What?
Does fish people smell? Can they smell?
Can they, as in, do they have the sense of smell?
Yes.
Oh, are you asking him?
Oh, I was just thinking if they can't smell anything, we can put him down there with a rope. We don't have to.
I mean, if you tell me you're asking Poops and Pool, then we can role play it out. But if you're asking me as the DM, I don't know how I'm going to tell you that without you.
It doesn't matter. I am. I can go down there. I'm gonna turn off my valve shape, turn it into myself. Tie rope around me, and I'll go down.
I'll hold on to the
Can
rope.
wait, before you go down there, I'd like to cast guidance on you for whatever you're going to do down there.
Ooh.
And I myself is going to produce a flame in my hand so I can see.
Wow. Byleth looks jealously on as Orla continues to give everybody else all kinds of buffing spells. You've never seen a dragonborn sneer before, but yes, your
How deep is
flame is. How deep is your love? The well is about 15 feet deep, and you, as you get lower down, you see. At the beginning, it's just sort of the standard kind of carved out. The rock itself is a mixture of quartz, granite, some sandstone. It's an agglomeration of types. But as you get closer down to the bottom, you also see what appear to be very old bits of hair, like humanoid hair, long strands of it stuck to parts of the wall with little bits of what you presume are skin or scalp, possibly. There appear to be fingernails in the walls. And when you get down to the bottom, you look at the skeletons that are down there. They've all been terribly mauled. Skulls crushed, femurs and long bones all cracked open for their marrow.
Okay, I am going to try and kind of see if I can find anything down there.
Sure.
Investigation or perception?
Yeah. Let's have one of each, actually.
Okay, perception first and investigation. Where are you? There you are. Oh,
Okay.
oh,
Well,
I-
so the first thing you,
yeah, I had guidance, so I guess that's on the perception since I did that first. Right.
sure. Well, you've got guidance on everything, right? Isn't guidance
Yes.
on
Isn't that just the first ability check?
just the first one?
I think so.
Can you post it again? Thank you, Rebecca. Once before
Yeah,
it's spelled.
one.
Okay.
Mm.
And you have to touch it. You're right. So, so you definitely see what appear to be 3 discrete skeletons, 3 humanoid, medium-sized creatures. 2 of them look similar to the ones you've seen in the other room, and another one, the skeleton is definitely larger. It's broader across the chest. It's a little bit longer from what you can tell from the broken bones, and also the armor type is appears to be some old leather armor, as opposed to the others, which seem to be kind of a type of chainmail, but very badly damaged. The 2 similar looking ones, although the skulls are all crushed, there are bits of hair around, and they are long, white, flowing hairs, similar to the ones you've seen before. The larger one has what appears to be short hair. It's hard to tell the color now because it's so old. And the larger one also carries with it has with it a spear.
Hmm.
Now the spear seems serviceable. The other weapons and armor, the armor's all been torn up to pieces. The other ones have some weapons, but they seem to have been damaged at least enough that they're serviceable, but they don't look particularly sharp or fine. They've been damaged as a function of either being used or maybe even in attempts to climb out or dig. They're badly nicked. One of them's a little bit warped, but the spear looks in very, very good condition.
Oh.
And there's also a backpack attached to the larger skeleton.
Okay. Can I don't know, do a medicine or something in that area to try and see what kind of race the other skeleton is? Or
Sure.
nature, or
Yeah, I think medicine or nature would potentially both work.
try medicine. Ooh, 23.
Yeah. Well, this definitely looks more like a human type skeleton. It doesn't seem to have the sharper teeth associated with orcs. It doesn't have the any tail, for example, right, which would certainly rule out some races. It's not very fine like an elf. It's too long or too tall to be a dwarf, really, or gnome. It could be a half elf or a half orc, possibly. You're not 100% sure, but there's definitely at least some human blood in this one. Or maybe something that looks human, like Kalishtar.
And I don't find anything else of interest except the backpack and the spear.
Well, you notice that this particular creature, now that you're paying really close attention to it, it has a curved spine, and you realize that the leg bones as well look bent. not just broken because they are, but also as if it was raised or was somehow, it didn't grow healthily and normally like you would expect a human might.
I'm gonna tug on the rope and bring the spear in the backpack. Bring me up.
Okay.
And when I go up, I'm
Okay.
going to go through the backpack and see if I can find it.
Oh, you didn't need me to pull on you? Okay.
Oh, you have to pull me up.
Okay, so I
Pull!
pull her up. I
Please
just
pull.
wondered if I needed to do a strength check. I mean, you're fairly willowy.
I can-
Fairly willowy.
Yeah. In worst case scenario, I can turn into a rat or something and just hold on the rope. Just scurry up the rope.
Yep. No, yeah, she pulls you out, no problem. I mean,
good.
there's others of you, and presumably the rest of you are not just standing around picking your noses.
Dead silence.
Yeah.
Dead silence.
Yes. I'm caught
It's
actually picking my nose.
Can he see me?
Did
That's
Orla
hilarious.
have dark vision?
Ola. Sorry, who?
What?
Breaking up, Maddie.
Okay, your character. I'm sorry.
I don't have dark vision, but I can very easily create something to see.
So I'm envisioning like she's just out there like picking her nose, and like me and Cracker have dark vision. We clear as day see you picking your nose. You don't have it, so you don't think anybody can see you.
No.
Like when you're in
Yeah,
the
that's
car
good.
at the light and you've got tinted
Yeah.
Yeah,
windows,
right.
so you think
exactly.
you're safe.
Or when you're like listening to music with your headphones and then you fart and you think no one can hear it because you can't hear it, but everyone else can.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
I tell you, you people are some dirty birds. That's all I can say. You dirty birds. Oh my God. The idea of ever having an in-person game and inviting you guys over has just completely left my mind. Farts and nose picking boogers scraped all over the table. Ugh, gross.
Ugh.
Well, you gotta get it underneath the table, that way nobody sees.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
There's way too much detail for this just to be made up.
Like gum.
Oh,
You can reach to it.
Oh,
Disgusting.
Oh. Okay. All right, moving right along. That does give me a good idea. Let me write that down before I forget.
Where to put my snot during meals. That's great. I'm glad you're taking notes.
Yeah, it's everybody's trying new experiences now that they're out of quarantine. So
Fresh
I'm
tip
open-minded.
from Here, hold your earrings.
Look out for our recipes for anus, calamari, booger stew, and armpit cheese. All right. So you guys have you've got your backpack and a spear. The backpack. You find in it a number of strange objects. They look like totems, tokens. They're small. They're about the size of your palm or less. A number of them look similar in shape or design to the skull you saw at the slave emporium
Oh.
back at the the Grey Dwarf trading post.
Roughly how many are there?
There are 4.
Can I
One of Mhm.
inspect them?
Sorry, can you what?
Can I like inspect them, see if there's like anything off like a magical standpoint?
Sure. Let's see. What would you do to try to inspect it? And in the meantime, isn't Orla still trying to cast detect magic as well?
I can do that. I just need 10 minutes.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't trying to tell you what to do.
Oh, no, but
I thought that's what you were trying to do.
I mean, if the party is okay with taking 10 minutes, I'd like to cast it again.
Yeah, we were talking about a short break, so we can take a short rest then.
Mhm.
Then we
Okay.
can
Okay.
inspect the contents of the bag.
Okay, in
Sure.
that case, I will cast detect magic as a ritual for 10 minutes.
Okay. You cast detect magic as a ritual. The rest of you are waiting until she completes the spell, or is Satina going ahead with her investigation?
I'm still investigating.
Okay. So the one that looks most prominent appears to be it looks like it's made of possibly jade or quartz. It's kind of green colored. And it looks a bit like one of those weird creatures with the tentacly face, with the tentacles wrapped around a sphere or an orb.
Sorry, did my connection break up?
No, I'm just trying to figure out how much I should tell you based on what you're
Okay.
looking at.
That was a
Go
long
ahead.
pause.
Yeah, no, relax. Sorry. But that was a fair question. In doing so, you don't think that this is magical, but there is definitely a kind of power. And Satina feels very briefly like like something cold has literally just run itself over her brain.
Oh,
It's hard to describe for Satina because it's not something that's physically happening that any of you can see or that she can see herself. You know, she doesn't. When she has the sensation, presumably she immediately touches her head. There's nothing physically
like a little
around
shiver.
you, but it's more than a shiver. It feels almost like if you could imagine something licking, something cold and slightly acidic, licking your brain from the inside of your skull.
Gross. Oh, I don't like that.
No, it is extremely unpleasant for Satina specifically. The rest of
I think
you
she's gonna drop it.
just see her shiver, and you don't really notice anything else.
And the others, are
Can I
they
hand it?
like it? The one? Or are they made of other things?
They seem to be variations on the theme.
Can I hand the totem to the Dalin just to see if she has the same effect?
Sure.
I'm not gonna tell her what happens. It's gonna be like, will you look at this?
Bastard.
Like
Sure.
like when you take that thing out of the refrigerator that's been sitting around for a little bit too long and it stinks, but you don't tell your significant other, and you go, "Here, smell this,"
Yeah.
and they go,
Yeah,
"Why didn't you
exactly.
warn me?"
I'm gonna
Suffer, you suffer.
look at
Sorry,
it.
what did you?
Oh, sorry.
Mhm.
Uh,
I was just wondering. I didn't hear the rest of Maddie's comments, so I wasn't sure if she was saying something specific or.
No, nothing important.
Okay.
are there any markings on it? Any runes, language, anything?
Yeah. So
Um,
here, let me just show you what it looks like. Now that you're looking at it very closely.
Oh, that's
Ew.
kind of freaky.
Kind of metal. Look at his hood.
Yeah.
Some of you think it's freaky. Some of you think it's metal. Fair
We're
enough.
a diverse crowd.
Yes, you are.
Do I feel anything when
She
I'm
gets the
holding
same
it?
effect.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought somebody else was saying something. Yeah. So, Dellen, when she feels it, it also she feels uncomfortable, but you don't. The rest of you don't see her react the way Satina did.
And Satina's like staring at Dallin, like,
What?
Like,
Do I have
yo,
something on
what's
my
up?
face?
Something.
purple dye on your face.
Yeah.
But do you feel something in your skull?
No. I'd say
Well,
that
you
I-
do.
well,
It feels a little bit uncomfortable, but it's only like a little bit of a headache.
yeah, just a small headache. But
Interesting.
nothing.
It's a cracker.
Okay. Cracker. Hold this.
What?
Hold
Okay.
this.
I'm just yeah. Can I heal up a little? Like by just doing a short rest with my hit dice sort of roll thing? Can I do that?
Well, you can, but we haven't taken a short rest yet, and right now it's only been like a couple, maybe not even 10 minutes
Okay.
yet because the detect magic hasn't completed yet.
All right. Well, I grab it. Sure. What the heck's this?
Okay.
This looks horrible.
Yeah, Cracker also gets a bit of a it's kind of like a brain freeze type, feeling. It's definitely unpleasant, but it isn't. It doesn't eviscerate. It doesn't generate some sort of an instinctive response.
This thing's terrible. Ugh. I feel a little twitchy. Who wants it next? What is this, like going around in a circle?
Seems
I
safe.
want to see the different reactions because mine felt like something was like in my head. Like,
And you passed it around?
yes, I want to see how it reacts to you guys. I mean,
You're such a
didn't you do the
scientist.
same thing?
Well, I probably would have just thrown it back down the hole. Do you want me to just throw it back down the hole?
No, no, no.
Oh no!
Oh, okay. Okay.
Huh. So
It looks a bit like garbage.
That is good quality. Well, actually, I don't know that. Is a pretty stone. It looks cool. You want to throw it away?
Well, I don't know. It just makes me feel really uncomfortable holding this. I'm just going to put it on the ground beside me. Just to be clear, right here.
Okay.
I'm just wondering,
Just in case.
did Cracker get the same feeling as I did, or more like Satina did? Like,
If you guys are going to take a minute to just sort of
kind
trade
of
notes.
Yeah, kind of sit
Yep.
down and discuss. Kind of.
Okay. I
explain
mean,
what I
it
thought.
sounds like the two of you had a similar experience, but
Do I
Satina's
feel
was
better?
You definitely don't feel better once you put it down. You feel better.
Yeah, that's what I want to
Yeah. Sorry. But it sounds like Satina's experience was extremely. Well, it was a bit extreme. The rest of you, it was uncomfortable, but it wasn't awful.
Hmm.
Weird.
Yeah, it could be because you touched it first, but it could also be because maybe you're a wizard because of your magic.
Yeah,
Because-
but you're also a spellcaster.
yeah, but you are more of an arcane spellcaster. If Violet
It's
were
true.
kind of with us,
Conscious.
yeah, conscious, she could try, but
Yeah. This is just the worst time to fall asleep. I don't know how
Yeah.
she does it.
neither do I.
Yeah, she's just leaning. She's like leaning back, and like there's like a little bit of drool coming out of her corner of her mouth.
God, that kid can sleep
Gosh.
anywhere.
Do we have a Sharpie?
Yeah, no kidding.
Mrs. Darby.
Yeah. That would be fun.
Someone misses the session.
Yeah.
Come back with a mustache.
Mustache and glasses.
Yeah, sounds about right. You pass out at the party.
Yep. Well, we could use coal. We could make a fire and
We
use
could.
coal.
Yep.
Oh, we could definitely do that. Yeah, let's do that.
We could use the coal
Boy,
from
we can take
her
a short
court.
rest too next to a fire.
Yeah.
I was trying to do it with the program, but all I did was draw on the map.
Oh. Okay.
If someone can do editing.
Should we-
Orla, do you want to try this?
Is the 10 minutes up? So
If you're gonna wait until you finish casting Detect Magic, then
Yeah.
we'll skip ahead.
Okay,
but if you
sure.
try to do it before then we'll obviously have to interrupt your spell. So as you finish casting Detect Magic, the largest of these little tchotchkes, if you will, the one that Cracker just put down and the rest of you have been handing around like a bong at a party, is glowing mildly, and it seems to be tied to necrotic energy. The spear is glowing with blue energy, abjuration.
Oh, I can use the spear. Hey! I didn't know that.
Can't use the spear. That's all you can, bud.
does Satina look any different from like a magical aura standpoint, maybe?
Ooh, good
Have
question.
an aura?
Or I just
It's barely visible, honestly.
Today.
but like
Yeah.
is there anything necrotic lingering around her?
There is a very thin tendril trail that leads from this token. It's so tiny and thin that you would never have noticed it, except that you specifically are looking at Satina. And you can see that it actually extends. It floats in the air, and not in a straight line, almost like a strand of spider silk being blown in the wind, even though there is no wind, and extends to Satina's head. And you see a few tendrils wrap around her head and just sit there.
What the fuck?
Okay.
You're the only one who see it. You're the only one who sees it until you point it out, if you choose to point it out to everybody else.
Before I do that, I'd like to see if there's any going to Dallin or Cracker.
It's very, very faint.
So fainter than to Satina.
Yeah, it barely even registers. But Satina, there's definitely, it's very thin, it's very fine, it's not visible really, but there's just something there. You can see it, and just as the light flickers, several of you have, between Violet's, candle on her horn and Dallin's produced flame sitting on her palm, there's just enough light flickering that you can sort of see it against the shadows.
Okay, Satina, I've got some bad news. So it turns out there's some, I guess, necrotic magic or energy just very faintly going from this stone to your head, wrapping around it. Just thought I'd let you know.
Okay. Sick.
I don't think it's a good thing.
Yeah, what do I do with this information?
Just worry.
They worry?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't do anything about it. Unless, do you feel like ill? Do you feel like sick? Like you need healing?
And like I down and I handed it over to Dallin.
I mean,
I don't. different. I mean, it was gross and it was weird and it felt like something was licking my brain. But like, I mean, it's not like I'm ill.
Okay, I'm just telling you that it's that connection. It's still there. It didn't disappear when you passed it. I mean, there's also some going to you, Dylan, and to you, Cracker, but they're like very, very faint. So maybe touching this wasn't the best idea.
Yeah, I'm gathering that. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I mean,
Here,
if
Violet,
it's the
you hold it.
If it's the strongest connected to me, I feel like I should hold on to it. That way, y'all don't get attached to it.
Yeah, but maybe you should try to identify it first. You did get that spell from Otami. You might learn something.
I did, and it is a ritual.
Yeah.
Casting time is a minute. So here, give me just a sec, guys. So I pick it up off the ground next to Cracker because I have to touch it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can identify it.
Okay, that's
Like turning it
another
over in
10
my hands and
minutes.
stuff.
Okay. It's going to be
minute.
another 10 minutes if you're
Oh, it's a ritual.
a ritual takes 10 minutes to cast if you're casting it as a ritual spell without having
So another
prepared
10
it.
minutes.
Minimum 10 minutes. It basically, if you cast any ritual spell as a ritual, which is to say you don't use a spell slot, regardless of whether you're a wizard and you didn't have to prepare it, or if you're a cleric and you had to prepare it, but you just don't use the spell slot. Whatever the casting time is, whether it's 1 action or an hour or 24 hours, you add 10 minutes to it. So, yeah, you feel this thing and you realize this is a token of a god of the mind flayers. And the god's name is Ilsanine. It's extremely vicious, extremely evil god, as only a god of the mind flayers could be. And is often viewed as being primarily their patron and even creator. And he is also worshipped by those who use psionic powers and highly intelligent evil creatures, especially evil wizards. And the tentacles of Ilsanine are famous conduits of power. Now, you don't know if this actually means you've been given some power or if you've simply been targeted. Almost like if somebody dropped a buoy in the ocean to mark a location where there's a great big school of yummy fish.
Sick. Alright, so Satina's gonna put it in her pocket. Like, hey guys, so this thing is either be really cool. I explain all
Or
the
eat.
god stuff to
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, it's either really awesome or you're basically carrying around a psychic dinner bell.
50-50
bomb.
chance I either become super powerful or we all die.
Fitty fitty, eh?
Or
I don't
maybe
like
just
this.
you.
Maybe I just die. But either way,
Okay, Satina's gonna go in front at least 50 feet from the rest of us.
I am taking some steps back and instead just standing next to Cracker.
Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Here, kitty, 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 kitty.
I scratch
oh
my
my
armpit.
goodness.
Does anyone want the spear?
You were
Don't you
gonna
want
take
the spear?
Oh, I can use a spear, but how often do I get up close and hit things with a spear or with a weapon? I usually turn into an animal.
I
Well,
mean, like, what
now
if
that
you
you've
run
said
out of
it.
wild shapes?
Well,
Yeah.
then I'm screwed.
Then you'll have a spear.
Then I'll have a spear.
And abjuration is the best form of magic, so like there you go.
Yeah, that's your kind of magic, isn't it? Or don't you?
It is.
That's a subjective opinion. Clearly,
I mean, maybe, but like
some
the right
people would
opinion.
say,
Okay.
which actually is kind of one of the criticisms that some of your students have laid down in their reviews of your class. Dr. and Professor Fizzle is extremely well regarded and knowledgeable in her field, but pretty much her opinion is the only right answer.
Don't try and come to me with that conjuration shit. You know what? Teach you about the best form of magic.
I loved learning so much about your real life personalities through this game.
I use deodorant.
Well, I'm not sure I believe you.
Damn.
Wow.
All right.
I use an axe on a
take a
regular
short rest.
basis, though. So, you know.
So I'm going to take
Okay.
a short rest. Just finish it here.
Yes.
I'm gonna kind of just inspect the spear when we're taking a short rest and see if there
Okay.
are any engravings or anything.
Yes. Okay. So, first of all, with respect to the spear, it is in very good shape, but what you notice is that it is actually very crudely made. So, it looks like essentially a piece of, when you come across magical items, right, as somebody who used to be an elf and a warrior, right, you're used to extremely finely crafted, well-made items that are of good quality material to start with before they're enchanted.
Mhm.
This is essentially a very, very dense, dried strip of a mushroom stalk with what appears to have been a very sharp and very, very tough piece of metal at the end, but the metal isn't well forged. It almost looks like a naturally occurring piece of metal, possibly from meteorite, that's just been beaten manually into shape. Whatever the manufacturing or smithing process that was involved in this is extremely low tech, which is definitely not in keeping with your experience as a former elf of anything elven related, regardless of whether or not it's drow. Like if you compare it to all the things that you've seen laying around, the things, even the damaged drow weapons that you've picked up or have examined, they are clearly of a very high quality and extremely well crafted, even the sort of the standard things. And this thing, if you didn't know that it was magical, you'd probably think, except for the fact that it's brand new in a place where everything else looks like it's deteriorated, you'd probably think this was just like a piece of trash.
I don't know if I can use this to look like shit. But I have a reputation to keep. I can't be seen with this.
Can't be seen.
Okay.
Oh,
If you're gonna
well, it's
Oh,
magical. I need to.
be mighty about it.
Nah. Guess it'll have to do. Well, we're on the dark. Nobody's gonna see me here anyway, so I guess it'll be fine.
It's like that
Let's see.
guy that,
Run across some of your old training buddies.
yeah, it's like dating somebody that you really enjoy spending time with, but for whatever reason, you just know your friends are going to really look down on you.
Mhm.
You're just hoping that nobody sees you at the movie theater together.
Just gonna have it tucked under my cape the whole time. Or I can use this as
Sit in
a
a
walking stick. It looks like a walking stick. Yeah, that can work. Just something I picked up.
I had to buy it from
That
Tonker.
Yeah.
He insisted that I buy it.
Ah, the shovel.
The
shovel.
The undead fiend shovel.
I was just trying to fit in.
And he appreciates your patronage.
Hmm.
All right. So it's 10:49. Do you guys want to keep going, or do you guys want to take a little short break? Or
I would like.
I need a coffee.
Yeah, I would like a pee break.
okay. All right.
Mhm.
7 minutes, something like that.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Hi. We hope you're enjoying this episode, and if so, please like and subscribe. And remember, the next time your DM says "roll initiative," yell back.
Here,
hold
my
earrings.
Here, hold my earrings.
This is good. I think we only need this take.
All back. Yeah, you guys take a short rest. Obviously, your two little companions are waiting there patiently, although they're a little bit nervous about the smell and the screaming that they heard earlier, the gaping hole in the floor, which none of them dared to look in. And your floating spiritual friend there also sort of, if she had feet, she'd be tapping them while you're all sitting around, knitting, darning socks, whatever else you might do, picking noses. You guys want to roll your... Ooh, sounds terrible. So Satina's already rolled one. Okay. Does anybody else want to roll any hit dice?
Yes, me.
You can stop anytime you want. Anybody else? Nothing else? It regains 3 level, 3... Well, how many? What spell slots is she regaining?
I regained 3 first level.
3 first level. Okay. Cool. All right. And does Wild Shape reset on a short rest?
Yes.
Okay, so you're all powered up, basically.
Yep.
And Orla unfortunately doesn't get the benefit of either spell recovery or anything else I can think of, right?
Only of something that I didn't use, so.
Right. Okay. Floating spirit once again points in the general direction of the other cave that you haven't yet explored. It's to one of the rocks that you've collected. The purpley green, magical looking, weird rocks that you've collected that seem to interact with magic generally and also seem to be the fuel for the braziers.
Maybe we should just send the ghost woman ahead because she can't be hurt, and that way we'll know if there's any danger.
There's somewhere that she can't. Something. She would have done it.
As you say the word barrier, she nods and she starts moaning softly. It's not threatening. Doesn't sound like she's about to escalate into an attack. Gestures to the room. She rubs her fingers together. She holds her palm up and then closes her fingers slowly and rubs them together and then puts them up to her mouth and blows. And she looks around the room. She points at Dallin.
What?
Then gestures back towards the other area again.
Satina, you took the totem thingy, didn't you?
I'm taking the totem.
Yeah. The 3 others.
Can you
Do you take them as well, or should we put them in the inventory? The bag of holding.
It's in the inventory because we only really got information about one of them.
Yeah, the other one was kind of just the same, but not special, I guess.
I think so.
Yeah, it seemed to glow at all was the one that you're carrying currently.
And put the 3 others.
The others look like crude imitations, as if somebody used this main one as the model, which is very well made, and then try to remake it using really crude tools, rather, and perhaps, with far less skill.
You spell out the name of the god of the mountains.
Yeah. ENINE in the chat.
I had spelled it differently. It's always interesting to see how I spelled it and then to find out what it's actually spelled.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll put the 3 others in the party inventory. And I just write down that Satina has the magical one. What's in the other room then?
Slowly behind you.
Let's just do it.
Being really. Do you
You want me to unlock it?
Buff look. Yeah.
Wait, did we knock this one down? Why is there an X there?
It's
Still
locked.
locked.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Try
Is
my
my-
spear
Am I?
and tap it on the gate and say, open. Does it work?
Oh, I like that.
Open. Does it
That's so ridiculous. I ought to let it work, but no, it doesn't.
Uh-huh.
God damn it.
Oh.
Well, I don't know what the spear does. I have to try.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not a lock-picking spear. Gonna write that down.
Does Dallin have like a little notebook that she like
Yeah.
takes notes
Gonna try everything and just, nope. Not that. Not that.
Maybe we need to try
should
all of
try.
our stuff from Tonker.
Yeah. Yeah.
You should try.
Yep.
You should try sticking somebody with the pointy end, see if that works.
Mm. Maybe I should try that. That might work.
Cracker backs up one.
It's just Byleth in the front.
Yeah.
Can I try and unlock it with my sleight of hand?
Sure. What in
Well-
real life descriptions?
I have I'm just checking my inventory, making sure I'm not talking out of my complete butt.
If you're trying to insert the rather thick handle or haft of your axe, it's not going to work.
I know.
It
Well,
doesn't fit.
I've got some arrows in my thing and wood carver tools, so I grab out a couple of very fine wood chisels because I have some wood carver tools in there. And
Okay.
I mean, I'm not great with them, but do I still
Yeah.
have that? Probably don't have that bonus left over from the Anus festival, right? The festival of Anus.
Festival of Anus. The Festival of Saint Anus. You haven't taken a long rest, so it'll last until you've taken your long rest.
Wow, that's pretty good. Longevity on the buttholes. Okay, so I'm gonna try sleight of hand bonus. So my advantage roll on my sleight of hand.
Yeah, sometimes it pays off to try new things.
I'd like to give
Yeah.
you guidance.
Excellent.
Okay. Is that a +1, I guess?
Sure.
14 +1?
D4.
D4.
Before.
Oh, D4.
It used to be kind of like within the blessed spell, and that was like a +1 thing. No, so it's still a +1. Yeah. But the lock picking effort succeeds.
Ooh.
Hooray, and maybe not hooray.
The floating specter moves backwards, at which point Poofs and Pool moves backwards and leaves a trail of fish poop behind him.
I need to see a doctor.
It's not going to be slippery terrain, is it?
I'd Byleth along with them just to make sure that she doesn't accidentally get caught up in somebody's random fireballs or anything. Not that we're saying that's going to happen.
Okay. Guess we just have to.
I bend down and pick up a stone. Now that we all know this fog is sort of fake, and can I chuck it in there
Mm-hmm.
like we did last time?
Yes,
Sure.
it worked so well.
Yeah,
Because it
but
works so well.
he didn't surprise us in the mist. So
That's true.
It's true.
Yeah.
It did work. Toss it in.
I toss
Would
it
you
in.
like to? Would you use the ruler or the ping to show me where you're trying to aim, or is it just
Yeah.
literally dead center?
Well, I was aiming right for the bullseye.
Okay, yeah, gotcha. Go ahead and roll a d20. Yeah,
16?
the wind up. You have a dexterity bonus as well, presumably.
Oh, I do. I think. One moment, please. While I remember what it is. So I'm thinking, yeah, I know how to put a spin on this. So I got a dex bonus of 1.
Okay. Yeah, so it kind of like bounces a couple of times because you're trying to skip it off the ground, basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it bounces a couple of times. It sounded like it fell in water. Later, you hear
Hello.
Is your conscience speaking?
You're a very bad
update
girl.
your character sheet.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so I'm going to be brave and just sort of go on in. Is that all right? Everyone, I just turn to Dallin and say, get ready to change into something kind of bigger. Okay, here. Do you need some help?
Oh yes, please. I'm stuck down here.
How do
Okay.
we get rid of this fog? Like we just believe it's not there and touch it? Is that how this works?
And we have to.
Yeah,
Touch it.
Okay.
you don't even have to touch it. You can just you can choose not to believe. But if you stick your hand through it, it'll be a lot easier.
Okay. Well, my hand's waving around in here. I know this isn't real.
Okay.
away.
Yeah. Roll
I'm s-
intelligence save with advantage. All of you.
I'm not touching it. So do I still get advantage?
You don't.
Okay.
It either.
Okay.
Oh wait, what? Why? But it gave. Why is it set to advantage? Wait, sorry. So that would
That's
be a
okay.
2.
Okay. So for Orla, it's still she knows in her heart she knows it's there. It's an illusion, but she just can't get past the fact that it does look so real, and so she's unable to sort of see through it. But the rest of you, it basically melts away, and you see what appears to be a small hole in the ground with a small ladder. Well, I should say a large hole in the ground with the ladder.
Can you just climb up the ladder?
I can't. I've broken my ankle.
I look at Dallin's side glance. How much do you buy this?
Not at all.
Me neither. That's okay.
There isn't. I can't see any stone or anything outside around
Yeah.
here.
I'm looking over the edge. I'll look over the edge here.
Sorry. You're looking. So Cracker's looking over the edge to see what, and what is Dallin look? So sorry, one person at a time. Let's do Henrietta first because I think she started first. So what is Dallin looking at? She's looking at the stone for what reason?
No, I'm just looking around the room. So there aren't any kind of, the stone isn't in the room as I can see, right?
Oh,
yeah.
Fair's Rest. No.
I always have, when it's dark here, I have a produce flame. It's a cantrip, so every time it goes out, I'm gonna cast a new one so that I can see. So I'm gonna walk kind of to the edge and just hold my hand and try and look down with Cracker.
Okay.
To see the radius of it.
Mm-hmm.
Is it more than my 60?
Probably not. No, it's
okay.
20.
Very deep hole. So sorry, did you say you weren't throwing it in? You were just holding it in your hand.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So you can't see past. I mean, you can see that the ladder continues, but it's deeper than 20 feet.
Okay. Cracker, what does your half-orc eyes see?
Probably not much because it just keeps going and going. It's pretty deep. I've got this danger sense though. I should be able to sense something with my danger sense.
You can post it. I think that's basically advantage on deck saves if you're
okay.
Like you could get out of the way of falling boulders, fireballs.
Okay, so more like
thing.
dodgy kind of. Okay.
Yeah.
So not really good for sensing if whatever's down there is going to eat me. Not quite the same thing. Okay. Well, I'm up for a challenge. Do you want me to go down? Yeah, it's deeper than 60 feet. I can't see anything beyond that.
That's a lot.
I don't know. I was in this bar once and the power went out, all the candles blew out, and somebody put these lights in the air and they sort of floated around. I don't even know what that was, but it was pretty, but it helped, and then they could move them around a bit. Anybody got that?
I can give you a stone and have it light up, or I could maybe light up some of your clothes.
Well, I wouldn't mind dropping something down there.
Okay, sure. I
wouldn't like hurt somebody.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. I will cast light then on maybe a large stone that I find just on the ground.
Okay.
But that drops the light I've had cast on my shield. So
Okay.
So now I can't see shit. Okay. Which color would you like?
Blue.
Okay, it's a nice blue color.
Okay. I'm not really great with color theory, so I'm not sure what goes with the darkness.
Okay, so you've got a blue glowing stone that's emitting light enough to light up most of this room.
And I toss it. Oh, I say, look out, I'm just going to toss a stone down so we can see what's going on.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, good.
I'll crawl out of the way.
Okay, that's good. I don't know about this thing. And I chuck a stone down. The lit stone.
It silently falls until it hits the bottom and you hear plink, plink, bloop. It hits something kind of stony sounding and then seems to land in some water.
What did we see when it went down?
As it got to 40 feet, which is what it lights up, you could see that it looks pretty much like a tunnel that has been constructed, not naturally occurring, in the ground. So it starts to become very hard to actually see anything really useful. At the bottom, it looks like it's sitting on what appears to be the ground, and you can see shadows on the walls, a little bit, some flickering, and there seems to be some water on one side. And there is a small form. It's hard to tell how big it is, but it's not very large. And it rustles a little bit. It seems to have legs and arms, and you see what looks like a soft, like kind of flowing cloth or clothing. It's not like it, could be a dress or a robe or something along the lines. It's kind of white colored. Oh, I haven't seen light in so long. Oh,
You're welcome.
can someone come get me? And then you all leave.
What are you? Well,
I'm hurt. I'm a little girl. Running from something very scary, and then I ran into this mist or something, and then I fell in this hole.
Can I hear her or not?
Yeah, she's being loud enough that you can all hear it. I mean, you can tell that the stone basically went just a bit more than your dark vision would have gone. It's not like 500-foot deep or something.
okay. I think we should use a rope, and you could tie it around yourself, and we could pull you out of there.
Yeah.
Wrist as well.
I think you're lying.
I think you might.
Please don't leave me. I'm very hungry and cold and scared, and it hurts.
How long have you been down there?
Oh, it's been a long time. I'm very hungry.
I mean, if you were really down there, wouldn't you have died of thirst first?
There's water.
A noose on the end of the rope. She can just kind of slide into it, and when we pull it, would tighten up.
Mm-hmm. Under her arms.
Uh-huh.
Under your arms. Just slip it over your head. Put it under your, hopefully, 2 arms. And it'll just tighten up.
Yeah, you don't have to tie or anything.
I don't think I can.
Well, you're going to try.
If this is real, I'm going to feel real bad.
I know, me
Oh.
I've been around kids before.
Yeah.
This could be a lie. Last kid I encountered, I killed. So,
You shouldn't say things like that when you're trying to rescue a child.
Oh, right. Inside voice.
Side voice. Yeah, you got this.
Please. And you hear soft sobbing.
For your shoulders and under your arms.
It hurts when I move my arms.
That's okay. We can heal you afterwards.
Mean with that, but it's very hard to move. I can pretty much just crawl a little.
Tina, how is Salazar doing?
Salazar is in his pocket dimension.
Did you put him there, or did he die?
I put him there.
Okay, so you can call him back fairly quickly. Or you have to spend an hour.
To cast this, I have to spend an hour.
Oh, okay.
What about that surfboard you got there? You know, that thing that got us over the river? I don't even know what it's called.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's an hour.
She's been down there long enough. She can wait. It's only another hour.
You think, could I use Mage Hand to assist in getting the rope around her?
Well, I think you're going to have to check the description of Mage Hand.
So far.
30 feet. A little further than...
No.
Despite the bullet.
But if we need the stone, we need to go down. The stone is down there.
Are we sure the stone is down there?
Pretty sure. I've been
That's what
looking
the
around.
banshee said.
Yeah. And I've been looking around this room and there's nothing here. It has to be down there.
Die.
All right.
I'm gonna join you. I'm gonna climb after you.
Okay.
A firebolt come back up and she tries to attack.
So, just to be clear, you can post your firebolt 20 feet. It's definitely within your range, but you won't be able to see it. Actually, you can see it with the light pebble at the bottom. So, okay, fine. Yep.
No, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll walk over there.
That was my only concern, but yeah, you can definitely see it.
Cool.
Do you guys think you're gonna need help before you go down there? Like, do you want to maybe? Because do you think there's gonna be a fight? Do you think it's a trap?
Yeah, I think it's a total trap.
Okay,
Violet is standing there going, "Are you going to cast Bless again?"
Yes, I'm going to cast. But Bless lasts. It lasts 1 minute. So I'm going to cast it, and then you're going to have to very fast go down.
You see Violet pull out like a little straw doll that looks a bit like Orla and a pin.
Okay, so
do a fireman slide.
That's Bless. Yeah.
Okay, well, so good. So before you cast Bless, is there anything else you guys want to do before? Sorry, no, that's good. It's perfectly fine. Is there anything else you guys want to do before you go down? Because as soon as Orla casts Bless, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start initiative, and you guys will have to move per turn, right? Because you're climbing, right? So it's like difficult terrain. Yeah. So we'll just do it that way to make sure that we actually take into account our sort of semi-realistic portrayal of how much time passes whilst the Bless spell is on, assuming you need the Bless spell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Are you guys doing anything else? And don't tell me afterwards, oh, but obviously I would have picked up the axe.
I have it.
Well, actually, maybe I will go closer and I will cast Bless as soon as they're 30 feet down. Can I do that?
Yeah, you can. You can. Well, yeah. Obviously, the one that's farthest away is 30 feet, and then the one before that. So, but that's fine. Yeah.
Cracker, don't you have those sticky fingers?
Oh yeah.
Climb on the wall.
Still a little sticky. Yeah, I could.
It's gonna look so freaky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If she's a real girl, you're really going to freak her out.
Yeah.
Like these people like these aliens just literally crawling along the walls. They're everywhere, man. They're in the room. I don't care. Game over, dude.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. Okay. So I'm going down the wall. You're going down the ladder.
Yep.
So you're eating the sticky finger thing.
Yeah.
Oh, you still have it, right? You still have it. Okay, right. You still have it. And so you can move at normal speed. Delin is moving at half speed. So Cracker's movement is how much?
Cracker's movement is 30.
Okay, so is Cracker going to dash as well? Because she can actually dash. That's definitely going to be dashing, creeping, running down the side, like crawling down the side of the walls of this well, head first at high speed. Yeah, that stuff's going to freak somebody out.
Yeah, this kid's gonna scream. So I'm gonna try and go normal speed because I'd like to go at the same time as Dylan.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're both traveling. So just to be clear, Delin is moving at 30 divided by 2 unless she decides to action dash.
Yeah, I'm gonna action dash if nothing jumps at me. If you know what I mean.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, well, the first round, if it's just movement, then you'll move 30 and Cracker will move 30 with you. But then Cracker has an action she can still use.
Yeah.
But her hands are going to be occupied with the
Yeah.
crawling down the wall.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say that if Cracker wants to use a weapon, she can, if you want to prepare one in advance, you can say it's either you've got a dagger in your teeth or you're going to, free item interaction, draw a weapon that's on your holster or something on your belt, and still attack with one hand if it's a one-handed weapon.
Yeah.
But you'd have to use the free item interaction in advance to have the weapon ready.
Okay.
Which would then create a problem if you're going to continue climbing that way, because then you have to put the weapon away or drop it.
Yeah. But I could also headbutt whatever's coming at me, right?
Yes, I'll allow that. An unarmed attack. Sure. Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah.
Sounds like something a barbarian would do.
Yeah.
Upside down wall climbing headbutt.
Yeah.
That's gonna be cool. I almost hope this works out so that you can try that out. Headbutting 5-year-old girls with broken limbs in the bottom of a well.
Yeah.
This is going to be fun.
Either way. All right, and then Orla's going to cast her spell. Satina's got a firebolt ready to go. And Delin is just basically climbing and nothing else. No other spells, no other preparation.
Should we cast the rope around one of you guys?
Good
Quickly
idea.
pull you up. Maybe Dylan, because you seem lighter.
Yeah, good idea.
Well, if I turn into an animal, that might be kind of hard. If I'm
Scary.
suddenly a saber-toothed tiger, I'm not that light anymore.
Block the whole hole.
Yeah.
Yup.
I'm stuck.
And then suddenly Orla just goes right over the And then she falls into like the saber-toothed tiger's butt and she's like, oh!
Cushion.
Okay. Yeah.
But I will. So I will take a rope and maybe tie it around Dylan, and you tell me, or maybe just make a single sound, like a wah for I'm going to turn into an animal. Let go of the rope.
Yeah. Okay.
Good planning. I
Wah.
like that. Wow.
What was the code word again? Wah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, can we
So
spell that out? Is it,
Wah.
is that wow with 3 A's and 1 H, or just want to make sure we don't get confused? 2 A's and 2 H's. Okay. No, that's great. I love this pre-invasion
stand here?
planning. You can stand wherever you want.
Okay, because it's still dark around there.
Yes. So that's another point, is that the light cantrip that you've cast is on the stone, which is at the bottom of the well. So there's no natural light in the room if Delin goes down, taking her produced flame with her.
But I could. I want the light to stay down there. Yeah.
Yeah, you could recast it up here, but then you will be in the dark, literally.
Do you have a torch?
Do you have a
Oh.
torch?
Like a torch.
There's usually someone in the back.
Actually, can you? Yeah. Okay. Right. Yep. Yep. There are torches. That's good. Good thinking. That's what I mean. If Zoidberg were here, he'd say, "What's wrong with a torch, baby?" Okay, so you're lighting a torch, are you?
You have a torch.
Satina, do you want to light a torch?
I have dark vision. That's all you, bud.
And I decided not to carry any torches with me because I have the cantrip. But yeah.
I have a Scholars Pack. The Scholars Pack doesn't have any torches.
It's like you're the new one. You light the torch.
I don't need it. I got that dark vision, baby.
That's all we need.
So maybe once you guys have light down there, you could say another code word, and I know that I can then cast a light up here.
This one is Wah with 5 A's and 2 H's. So don't get confused. As Delin suddenly shouts Wah, trying to escape, and turns into a tiger, and she lets go. All right, so you guys are lighting a torch. Do you have a torch? Does anybody have a torch? You haven't climbed down yet, right?
No, I haven't. I don't have
Is there-
Either y'all have torches.
Oh, that's right, because you guys dropped your torches for gold. If only you could light gold. But you
I
see
have
you
an idea.
can't.
I have an idea. So what if I took Tonker's staff, right? I'm gonna take my regular quarterstaff, not Tonker's staff. I'm gonna wrap the top part of it in the sticky rope that I got from the little bugs, and
Mm.
do a firebolt on that.
Yeah, just post firebolt.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, it will light something as well as produce flame. Either one would have worked. But yeah, that's a great idea. So you're basically making you're basically making a sort of a torch. So yeah, perfect. It works and it lights. It's a bit smoky, but it's very, very bright. Very bright.
Mhm.
Well
No
done.
longer
Excellent.
quarterstaff.
Yeah.
Now,
Point of
she's
inspiration for Satina.
holding it.
So so you've got the torch, you've got the room up here is lit, the bottom of that well is lit. You've got a rope around your druid, you've got a code word, you've got a creepy half orc ready to scuttle head first and headbutt. Anything else? So into initiative.
Because it's just an innocent girl down there.
Yeah.
Well, but even if it is
Right.
an innocent girl, I can't let you know that until you get down there. Otherwise, where's the fun? I mean, I don't even know for sure if it's an innocent girl.
Oh dear.
I'm just as interested and curious as you are.
This is In the Dark Is Us. Ah.
She must be innocent. Look at her name, innocent girl. That's all you need to know.
Oh boy.
By the way, would I have needed to drop my shield in order to hold on to the rope?
Depends. If you want to hold with 2 hands, then yes.
Can I hold with one hand, and Satina, can you help me with the other hand?
Sure.
That's all you, bud. It's like Satina.
I hold
feel-
it while I'm preparing this spell.
Oh yes. So does the spell have a somatic component?
It does,
Spell
yes.
description. It does. Yep. So you're gonna have to make a choice. Because that will never work against you.
That won't backfire. Or we can just like stake the into the ground stuff. Hey, Cracker, can you shove this in the ground?
Yeah, no problem.
Nick.
Okay. Roll a strength athletics check or survival, whatever you prefer.
I'm going to guide you.
I'm gonna do athletics.
How does one guide a hammering effort?
Got this. Steady.
You got
steady.
this.
Steady.
In the hole over there. In the hole over there.
No, you're too far to the left. It's right there.
Just some backseat hammering.
Oh dear.
A new phrase has been born. Very nice. Yeah, go ahead and roll some guidance. Nice. I like that. Poor Rebecca with her perfect, German educated English, seasoned with a bit of Scottish English. You got this. Okay, 16. Right. We'll have the little girl go last because she's sort of injured or whatever. Yeah, you managed to stake, hammer a stake in to the ground. And so is anybody holding onto the rope or secure to the rope at all anymore? Or is it just basically ground, stake, and Delin?
I'm going to have one hand on the rope. And the other and the other hand is holding my shield.
Okay. So just to be clear, not to belabor the point, but are you tying the rope to the stake in the ground? Okay. So it's permanently anchored into the stake in the ground, assuming the stake doesn't come out.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So there's really no way to drop the rope.
It's gonna there's gonna be some leeway, right?
No. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just saying, wasn't part of the plan to drop? Wasn't the whole code word of WoW to drop the rope?
I could.
Dallin drops the rope.
Yeah.
The code word was if I decided to turn into a big animal, not to drag her with me, so she then would drop the rope, so she wouldn't.
I see.
Yeah, drag with me in the hole.
Okay.
But now I'm so fine.
Okay. All right. Well, it sounds like you guys have thought of just about everything possible. Meanwhile, this poor girl has just been starving to death, waiting to be rescued. Like, what are they doing up there? Tapping her broken foot on the ground. Okay. Delin goes down. She travels 30 feet. So you're going to cast so you guys have to basically wait until Orla casts her spell. So she's going to go first, essentially. Satina, your turn. You're readying this cast a spell action. Innocent girl is waiting. Delin, your turn. You climb down 30 feet. Cracker climbs down 30 feet next to her. Round 2 for Orla. So I'm just going to type round 2 for Orla's spell of Bless. Satina, again, the first spell dissipates because it wasn't used, but it's a cantrip, so it's fine. No harm, no foul. Yep. It's okay. You don't need to keep rolling. Delin goes down. So now Delin's going to go down another 30 feet, so she'll be at 60 feet. So she can see, at this point, can see that she's maybe about 10 feet off the bottom. Cracker also goes down 30 feet, but she's still got her action, but she's 10 feet from the bottom.
And I can see clear what this is, right?
You can see, yes. So just to be clear, you can't see her face, but you can see that there is definitely a small form of a very a small humanoid form wearing what appears to be a light colored dress. As the limbs are bare, the arms are bare, the legs, it's like a dress that comes down past the knees. It could be a small child or, an adult humanoid of a small size. There are no shoes or any other clothes, but you can't see the face, you can't see the head. She's kind of lying at an awkward angle. The leg does look genuinely twisted, that you can see, and she's sort of facing away from the light, possibly because it's too bright, or possibly because she's sort of stuck in that position.
Okay, everybody, it looks legit.
You know, she'll just sort of sob continuously. Oh, please hurry! I'm so hungry and cold, and it hurts. Orla is round 3. Is Orla doing anything else? Once she's cast the spell, she's got free actions, so she can do other
Yeah.
things other than casting concentration.
I'm just going to shout down, okay, bring her up here.
Okay. Satina one more time. Innocent Girl one more time. Dalin. Now, Dalin, you could, with your movement, you can get to the bottom.
I do.
Okay. Do you want to? You still have 5 feet of regular movement left. Do you want to do anything else?
Maybe
It's
just-
enough to basically get up to her.
Yep.
Oh, actually, 10 feet of 10 feet. 10 feet of movement. So you can definitely get to her.
Yep, I'm gonna walk out.
Okay.
Hmm.
Again, from the angle, you still can't see her face or anything. It's just a bundle of, what appears to be a dress and some small childlike limbs.
I'm gonna walk up and just be careful, be ready for anything.
I've got 10 feet of movement. So you're up to her. You've got maybe like 5 feet of movement left, but you've got a full action as well as a free item interaction.
Okay, I'm gonna ready my cantrip, my flame, produce flame. That if she attacks me, I'm gonna cast it. I'm gonna expend it
Okay.
if she attacks me.
Cool. Right. Perfect. And Cracker.
So I'm down as well,
Okay.
and up to her as well, and I squat down, and I say, "Why don't you show me the wrist that's broken or hurt?"
Okay. She turns around and you see the face of what appears to be a child with very dark skin. Could be a Chultan or maybe a Drow. You're not really sure. And she holds out a limb that looks twisted with both arms, and she tries to, she says, "Please pick me up. I'm cold and it's very wet out here." Oh.
And I'm just going to pick her up and bring her over to the ladder.
Okay. And as you do that, she leans into your neck and hugs you and says, "Thank you," and kisses your cheek. I'd like a Constitution saving throw.
I was waiting for a vampire moment there.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
14. 15, sorry. 15.
You take 32 points of psychic damage.
Holy
Oh.
crap!
Scheiße.
We see this? Like,
And-
do we see her?
You can, well, I'm sure she's going to scream because it must hurt a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Dalin, who's
and-
down there, can see that actually she looks like her hair is literally gone white. And actually, to be clear, Yvonne, Cracker's hit point maximum has been reduced by 32 hit points.
Oh my god!
God.
So
Oh.
technically, Cracker's at full health. She just doesn't have as much health as she did.
God.
Oh. Gee.
Oh,
Why didn't she do it to me?
Now-
I'm resistant to psychic.
Now, Satina, at this point, you can try to hit her with the firebolt because you had a spell prepared. They're basically kind of next to each other, so I'm going to say that she's got some, she's got some protection. So if you want to roll your attack. Okay. So the 13, because you're trying to avoid presumably hitting Cracker, is going to miss completely. And the fire lands next to, Cracker's feet. Okay. So that was your red. Sorry?
Also,
No, go ahead.
Marty,
Sorry.
sorry, Satina also has bless.
Oh,
I
right.
do?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Roll it.
It won't. Yeah. Go ahead. And roll. Yep.
16.
Yeah. So it still misses. Yeah, but thank you, Rebecca, for reminding us.
Yeah.
The Orla didn't have a prepared attack, I don't think.
No.
Okay, she didn't ready an attack, and Dalin hadn't readied an attack either, right?
No, I said if she attacked me.
Right. Okay. Thank you for being clear on that. Right. So that'll be everybody's turn through Crackers, and now we're to Orla's actual turn.
Okay. I think I'm going to try something. I'm going to use my last spell slot. Because I can hear the screaming down there. And I am going to cast Guiding Bolt because it's the range should be okay because it's 120 feet.
Okay.
So please.
It will also have the she'll also still have protection under the fact that you presumably want to avoid hitting Cracker.
Yes. Yes, I want to avoid hitting Cracker. Okay.
Okay. Okay. No other modifiers?
I mean, I think it's yeah, I think I rolled a 7 or something, and then it added my wisdom and my proficiency.
Right. Okay. But yeah. Okay. So that definitely misses. The radiant energy dissipates against the side of the well. Maybe you're just so shocked by the whole turn of events. Holy cow! Does Orla want to do anything else? Does she want to climb down?
I mean, I could climb closer to do something. But how deep is the hole again? How many feet?
Well, it's just past everybody else's dark vision, so it's like 70 feet down.
Okay. I will then, I guess, maybe I could try climbing 15. But I don't want to get, as long as I'm like up here, at least you still have your bless. So I think I'm going to, I don't know what her range is. I'm going to climb 15 feet down. So use my full movement, right?
Yes, you will have to put your shield away.
I don't like this.
I'm not going to make it easy on you.
Wait. I mean, so it was like you said 70 feet. So I'm going to take away my shield and I'm going to climb down 15 feet.
Okay. So just to be clear, are you going to put your shield back on your back or are you going to drop it on the ground?
I'm going to put it on my back.
Okay. All right. So Orla's going to go into the well. Satina.
Yes. Seeing that my firebolt, it's it didn't. So I'm gonna try a different tack. I'm gonna magic missile her.
Okay.
Right. Just 3. So that's okay. Yeah. That's 8.
All right. Ah! She screams.
That's my turn.
Okay.
Babies.
Mm-hmm.
Never trust any of them. Okay. It's her turn again. Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you immune to charm at all?
No, just spells that inflict dreams. So I think it's a spell named Dream or something.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the good news is you get to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, lucky me. Let's see.
Nice.
24.
Yeah, you're like, screw you.
And actually, I have advantage as well, but I forgot. It doesn't matter.
Yep,
It's good.
that's fine. That'll do. All right, Dylan, your turn.
My turn. Cracker's still holding her, right? Or
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, presumably she can drop her at any time, but
Well, I will, but not yet.
all right.
Can say that I recognize this creature.
Well, I'd be quite surprised since it's not official image.
No. Found us down in this hole.
What have you got in mind? It's about like a 15-foot diameter at maximum.
Oh, okay.
Maybe less, like maybe 12 feet. But you know,
So
for
it's-
math, for simple spellcasting math, we can call it 15.
Yeah, no, I was thinking about kind of it is in a cavern, right?
Oh, for like call lightning?
No, I was thinking about conjure animals, but it might be really squeezy if I conjure like 5 animals or something. Might be kind of hard to move around.
Suddenly you're like buried in like meerkats or something.
Yeah.
You've got meerkat hat on. All trying to sell you car insurance.
Yeah. I have no idea if this is going to make any difference, but seeing as she did some psychic damage, I'm just gonna try. I'm gonna waste a 3rd level spell and cast Daylight just in case. If she's a
Ooh.
kind of vampire kind of creature, they usually are a little bit vulnerable to sunlight, daylight.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna try.
So 60 foot radius sphere of light spreads out.
Yep.
Uh,
just in the middle of the room.
Yep. So on the ground. So this is a sphere. So how
Yeah.
far up do you want to cast it?
Well, gonna take it up to the kind of beginning of the hole in the ceiling. So maybe a lot of the light also goes up and still lights up the whole room. So if I put it
Okay.
just under the hole that we came down through.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So if you put it under the, like, sort of 10, 15 feet under the lip of the edge, then
Yep.
it'll cover the entire well and also extend upwards. So yeah, suddenly this huge column of light shoots up out of the ground for those of you who are standing on the edges of it, looking down. You're all temporarily blinded.
Yeah.
Uh,
I just say, let
It
there be
doesn't seem
light. And
you hear an ominous, thunderous voice out of nowhere saying, "That's my job."
yeah.
But nothing seems to happen to the little girl that Cracker is holding.
That's right.
But very good idea. Yeah. Okay, Cracker.
Well, I dropped this kid. Thank God.
like a rugby kick, like you just drop the
Like
ball
a-
out and poop.
Yep. And I dropped the kid and I grabbed my great axe.
Right.
And oh, this is tricky because I'm thinking, is this just like some other kid doesn't know what she's doing, or is this like for real an attack? But anyway, I don't even care. I'm like, what the hell? And I'm raging and I'm recklessly attacking because it makes sense that I would just like be
Absolutely.
defending my life. And
Sure.
I just club her.
Okay. Wow.
Oh.
And the bless just keeps working, doesn't it? So, right.
Mhm.
Good. Okay. So, yeah, that definitely hits. Yeah. Well done. Yeah, it's like it opens a gash on the top of her head. And she screams.
And just, do I have one more action left? I mean, I did drop her though. Do I have a movement action left? I
Well,
do.
dropping is not an action; it's free. So you can drop your you can drop your weapons, you can drop your body. You've got movement anyway. That doesn't interfere with your movement.
Okay, I move back up with my sticky. Oh no, I move back up the ladder 15 feet.
Okay, so you're in melee range, so she's gonna have an opportunity attack if you do that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, then I'm just gonna stay where I am.
Okay. But you're recklessly attacking, so if there's a melee attack involved, she's going to have
I know.
advantage, right? Okay.
I know.
Okay. No, well, fair enough. All right,
I know.
Orla, your turn.
Okay, now since I climbed down 15 feet, I guess now I'm within 60 feet of her.
Yeah, I'm gonna move Dallin down here because she's next to her as well, right? Yep.
Yes.
And thanks to the daylight spell, I guess I can actually see this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to, and it has been injured,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm going to cast Toll Dead.
Mm.
And the D20.
Yeah. Bong! And the child holds up its little arms to its ears and shouts, "Just make it stop!"
I can say one word, so I'm just going to say no.
In a scolding sort of big sister kind of way. Bad girls don't get treats. Satina Fizzle.
Wait,
Yes.
Oh, sorry, were you done, Rebecca? Was there anything else?
Yeah, I was going to say maybe we should keep in mind
What?
this is now round 5.
Okay, right. Yeah. Do you guys want to stop? We can stop.
No, I just meant for the bless spell.
Oh, round 5. Sorry, I thought you meant a round 5. Yeah.
No, this is the bless spell.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. That's very good. Thank you. Yeah. Speaking of which, do you guys want to stop? I mean, it is getting a bit late for. Well, I don't
No,
know.
I don't want to stop.
No.
Okay.
I want to kill this freaking
Gonna do like
lady.
one more round.
It's not a you haven't had you don't feel like you've had enjoyed your Sunday until you've killed a child, right? I mean that's
Yeah,
kind of-
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
it's a
Just
race
take
to
her
see
down.
who gets. Yeah, exactly. Satina Fizzle.
I'm going to cast Magic Missile at level 3, so I have 5 darts.
Wow.
It's gonna go fucking ham on this kid.
Yeah. Otherwise, a fireball would get everybody in the well. But that's up to you.
7.
10 points. 3, 4. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Wait, hang on. 1, 2. Yeah. No, you're 5, right? So you're missing one. No.
Oh, big facts. I can't count. 12.
Okay.
A lot of little ones.
You know, I always love to hear the pew pew pew. All right. Okay, it is her turn. Screams and says, "Just take it." And from underneath her little shift, if you will, the little dress she's got on, she pulls off this necklace with a glowing rock and throws it at your feet and winks out.
It's out.
Yep, she literally just disappears.
Does my health magically come back?
No.
I got a problem, guys.
I'm gonna pick up the stone and tell Cracker to go up.
Okay.
Yeah. And I want to.
And your floating friend gently comes down and does the sort of clapping motion, not sarcastically looking, just sort of,
Slow clap.
Not slow.
Yeah, the slow clap.
it's not really a slow clap, but also there's literally no clapping sound because she doesn't have any physical form, so it just looks like she's clapping. So that alone looks sarcastic.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then she floats back towards the main chamber.
I'm never trusting kids again.
What
Yeah.
was that? What was that thing?
I don't know.
Where did
Not
it
a
go?
kid.
Deadly.
Yeah. I vote we get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I won't be much help to you if we encounter anything else.
Well,
Okay, bud?
No, that thing hurt, and now I just don't feel like I'm gonna get any better.
You, but I can't. No power left.
well, maybe a good night's
Well, she's
sleep
not.
will-
She doesn't have any hit points missing. She's at maximum health.
I know, but all I wouldn't know that, so she's just saying that.
Right, but you look at Cracker. She just looks really frail, but she doesn't look injured at all.
All those muscles are now saggy chicken arms, right? You little
Yeah.
turkey arm.
Yeah, she looks like she's basically skipped leg day for like 3 months.
Day.
Maybe we should rest. Maybe you need some rest, some good sleep.
Yeah, that might be good.
Before I go up, I'm just gonna take a quick look around the hole to see if there's anything interesting in there. Well,
Yeah,
I've wasted a 3rd level spell, so I can take advantage of it.
absolutely.
I can see.
You can see.
So perception, investigation.
Yep.
Ooh, 27.
Mm.
Perception.
Wow. Okay. You search around very, very carefully, and you find a small medallion that has you've seen this symbol before. So if you roll a history check,
Not my greatest, but try. History. Oh, no. Sorry. Use all my oomph on the perception. On searching.
yes. You've seen this before. You can't recall what it is exactly, but it does look like something that well, I guess the rest of you could also roll a history check, since you presumably will share it around.
Will I?
or no.
Sorry,
or
what?
yes. Nothing. I didn't find anything here.
Oh.
But
Got a 25.
25. Holy smokes. Yes.
I'm an
So
art
it is
history professor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So it's an upside down pentagram. And you recognize it as a symbol of Asmodeus.
Ah. Symbol on the box with the baby spell.
Yes.
Hey, baby daddy.
Baby daddy. We don't encounter a lot of symbols of good deities down here, do we? Yeah,
Seems not.
Loth, Asmodeus, the Mind Flayer god. I just think that
You're gonna
this
keep
is
the
not.
medallion?
I'm gonna look closer at it, see what it is.
Yeah, I mean it is basically what I've described. It is a small token and it has that symbol on it.
More weird rocks that just tie around your head, because that seems like a great idea. Just maybe pass it around again.
Like those old adverts.
Touch the medallion and nothing happened. I'm actually gonna put it on, and in case we meet someone who are not very good,
you're gonna put on the Asmodeus token.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that I can kind of bluff that I'm not a good person, that I'm a follower of Asmodeus.
For sure.
We're
Yeah.
not gonna meet very many good people down
Steady
here.
track.
People.
Super evil people.
I'm gonna have it outside my cloak so that it shows that I'm a follower of Asmodeus.
And technically, what is her alignment currently?
Lawful evil. So it's not
There you
out
go.
there. Yeah.
Which is literally the alignment of Asmodeus.
Yeah. Maybe I should talk to him. Ask him a couple of questions.
Yeah, you say this out loud somewhat facetiously, but then you get this strange sensation as if maybe this is not a bad idea. This could work.
This could work.
That very positive note, Anytime you can convert somebody to Asmodeus, you've got to call it a win.
Yeah.
I think that's a good place to stop, right?
We didn't kill a child.
No.
No, we just
Yay,
we just
we made a
converted to
child
as
rhyme.
we just converted to Asmodeus.
Not yet. I have to see. I have to check it out first.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it depends
Feel
on
it
what he's
Yep.
got on offer, right?
Yeah.
You don't see if anybody else has got a better offer.
Yeah. I
Uh,
haven't talked to Loth. Yes. So never know.
although she's chaotic evil.
Yeah.
So
And she might not be pleased with me in the first place. So
well, there's grudges and then there's practicality.
Yeah.
But yes, we can figure that out later. Well done, everybody. Very nice session. I think you guys all played extremely well, very cleverly. Everybody, I think, had some creative moments. I think everybody used the environment very nicely. So we should all think of. Before we go, let's just all think of a punishment for Laura's Byleth. What embarrassing thing did she? So it was nose picking, was it? It was she got caught picking her nose the whole time.
that was Orla, actually.
It was Orla.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was picking her nose in the dark.
Right.
Gonna use a Sharpie.
Yeah. We were gonna
Yeah,
use the
but
sharp, yeah.
Byleth also has no dark vision either. She also has no. She could also easily be picking her nose for the same reason.
Yeah.
Maybe the two of them were picking their noses in sympathy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll even let Orla have advantage on Constitution saving throws related to water breathing or drowning because she's managed to open up her airways by 30%.
Write that one down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Until the next long rest.
Oh.
Please, so Yvonne, make sure that you keep the original total of your hit points, but also mark another number. So maybe you can write it with a comma in between or something, or
did.
brackets. Cool. And if anybody else has forgotten to write something on their character sheet or update some part of the character sheet description, remember some of your class features, like, I don't know, bardic inspiration. I know none of your bards, but whatever. They do change as you level up, right? The barbarian's abilities, how many times you can do something, whether or not you get a bonus of +2 or +3. Just take a quick look at the class features things in the lower right-hand corner. That's quite important for our game. And add anything to inventory. There were a lot of things that were picked up.
Mhm.
And other than that, I guess I'll see you guys next week.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Yes.
Hey. All right. Take care. Have a
Thank
nice
you.
weekend.
Yes.
You too.
All right.
You too.
Yeah.
Bye.
I mean,
Bye.
and rest of weekend. Bye.
Yeah.
Thanks.